Hey everyone, it's Sarah, Cheerful Heart Song here. Today I thought maybe I could make some coconut and bergamot sugar scrub. And I've got all my supplies set out and everything. And right here I have melted about 2/3 of a cup of coconut oil just in the microwave for about 15 to 20 seconds. I just want it to be a liquid so it's easier to incorporate, but I don't want it to be too hot because otherwise it'll melt the sugar. So I'm going to try and get this to where everybody can see what I'm doing. I'm going to be working in here. And here's all of my coconut oil. And I want to go ahead and add my scent at this stage while it's still in a liquid state. It's just easier to incorporate and make sure that that scent gets moved all throughout. And actually, I thought that I had all of my supplies set out, but I don't. I need to get a dropper, but it's just over here. All right. Let's see. And I'm just going to add a little bit at a time and increase as I go. Really, it doesn't matter how much you put in as long as you're happy with the scent. Sometimes I like to make things that are a little bit lighter scented and some things that are, you know, for things that I really want to smell really delicious. And then sometimes if it's just something real subtle, then I won't add too much. Oh, that smells so good. You can smell the coconut from the coconut oil. Add just a little bit more bergamot. Here we go. And I might decide to add some other scents in here too. I have all of my essential oils over here that I can choose from to see what complements. And that's all I really do is just go through, sniff, see if I'm happy with it. If it's not quite strong enough, add some more. It's not an exact science by any means. Here we go. Let's see. Here we go. There's a little bit more. And it's not really giving me that much of a color. It's kind of turned like a little bit of a pale yellow now, but it'll get a little bit whiter as we add the sugar and whatnot. That smells so good. I think I'm going to add another scent, but I'm not quite sure which one I'd like to add. Let's see. Maybe some lime, because I was going to add lime initially anyway, because I was going to make it a coconut lime, but then I thought I love bergamot so much that I just decided to add some of that too. But it's not quite as strong as I'd like. And this lime oil is a lot lighter color than my bergamot was. Let's see. And I'm not filling up the dropper very much each time I do this. It's only going to about here because I don't want to add too much, but I'd like to go in and add more if I need to, but you can't really take scent out unless you just add and add and add sugar and more coconut oil. And typically I do 1 part sugar, 1 part coconut oil to get it to mix really well. Now that smells really good. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to cap these oils back on. Let's see. Squeeze all that essential oil back in there. Get these little toppers back on. Because my droppers that I bought that I showed y'all yesterday don't quite fit enough screwing them on, so they'll just have to be standalone droppers. I won't be able to stick them permanently to my bottles. Oh my gosh, that smell. You guys, I wish you could smell through here. It smells so good. Let's see. So I did 2/3 of a cup on the coconut oil. So let me see if I have a 1/3 cup. I don't. I have a 1/4 and I have a half. So I'm going to do a half, get that really mixed in, and then go back through and just add a little bit at a time until I'm happy with the consistency. It was a little bit less than a half, but we'll start with that and see how that gets us. See, right now it's kind of a thick paste adding the sugar in, and that's what I want, but I want it to be pretty sugary. At the end result, I like to have more sugar than coconut oil, just because I like that texture and that exfoliating feeling. So I'm going to add quite a bit more. It's still not quite up to the halfway point, or to the half cup. And now it's getting a little bit thicker. It's almost like frozen margarita stage right now, and it smells like it too. It smells like margarita mix with a little bit of coconut thrown in there. Let's see. I like this a lot. I still want to add some more sugar though. So I probably added in total about 3/4 of a cup of sugar. So that's about where I wanted to start off at. Let's add another good bit. And I'm using that half cup every time I go in here and do this. The reason I like to use coconut oil in some of these sugar scrubs is because when you liquefy it, it incorporates the essential oils a lot better, for one thing. And then it also binds well to the sugar, and then once it goes back to a solid at room temperature, it still clings to that sugar really well, and it holds its consistency longer. And these sugar scrubs usually can last you about a month. After the 1 month mark, you can go in and any time that you open your jar and you find it a little bit separated or anything, you can just stir it back in and it'll go back to being fine. You might have to do that more often after the 1 month mark, but just, you know, smell it, see if it still seems all right to you. And if it's just like it was when you first got it, go for it, use it. And I went over some of the health benefits of bergamot and of lime in my video yesterday, in my haul video. So if you'd like to hear more about the health benefits and you haven't watched those videos, I go into pretty good depth about various health benefits and healing properties and metaphysical properties of both bergamot and lime. Let's see, I'm pretty happy with this. It really is like a slushy stage at this point, just like a frozen margarita, and that's exactly how I want it. Might add just a smidge more, not too much, because I'm liking where this is right now. There we go. And I really added, I mean, less than 1/4 of a cup. I mean, probably like 1/8 of a cup just now. Yeah, I like where that's going. And just so that y'all can see a little bit better. I know the color's kind of light, but it's a pretty thick consistency right now, but it still runs off the spoon, but not as liquidy as it was before I added that last touch of sugar. So let's see, I'm going to go ahead and get one of my jars. I'm going to make sure I'm still happy with the scent. I think I need to add just a touch more. And I already put my stopper back on here, so I'm just going to go in and shake a little of each, lime and bergamot, because I really want those flavors to, or scents to pop out. Let's see. And I know it seems like I'm using a lot on the essential oils, but when you're making something of this volume, you kind of need to add more, and with all these different components, and it'll still last you a long time. I'm still not using very much at all. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's right back to being super awesome. So let's see, I'm going to go ahead and I like using these because it has a little spout on the end. It just makes it easier to pour. And I have this cute little jar here where I'm going to house my scrub. And if it seems like it needs more later on, then like if it's a little too liquidy, then I'll just go in and add a little bit more sugar. Let's see, and I didn't make nearly as much as I thought that I would, but it's a start, and I can go in and actually add some more of each if I want to, but I'm just going to go in here and fluff this stuff up real quick. Maybe add some more sugar just to fill out that volume, and more sugar never hurts. I mean, it really doesn't. It's a sugar scrub, you know? More sugar never hurts. Here we go. Let's see if I can do this without making a mess. That's the real trick. Let's see. Whoop, there goes a little bit out the side, but not too bad. So now I know, though, that for this size jar, I need to beef it up a little bit. I'm used to using little jars. All right, that seems awesome to me. Let's see. I'm just gonna wipe down this side really quickly. Got some sugar on the rim. And here we have a full jar of coconut. Oh, and you can really smell that coconut. It smells delicious. Coconut, bergamot, and lime sugar scrub. Let's see. I like to give it just a little bit of a wiggle and a shake, just to kind of make sure I got everything incorporated, and make sure your lid's on tight if you do this, because I've made that mistake before. Perfect. And here is the finished product. Ta-da! And if I was going to send this out, I would, of course, hot glue a pretty little ribbon around the side, maybe put a little sticker here. But this is going to be for my bath tonight, and many baths to come. So that's that, and I hope to make more sugar and salt scrubs for y'all soon. I'm excited to try out lots of different kinds and different scents, and I'm really itching to try this orange and the grapefruit. Oh, I think it's going to be fantastic. Well, I've got some cleaning up to do, and I hope that y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. Blessed be, friends.